At this point, I'm very well aware that the headphones and earbuds market is completely saturated. But the good news is, as consumers, we are now presented with a smorgasbord of products that we get to choose from. The only problem is actually finding one that is worth spending our money on. If your criteria happens to be getting the most sound quality without breaking the bank, then you might have come across a company called Status Audio in the past. Now, back in 2019, I actually reviewed one of their products and it's called the BT1. And at that time, I thought they were one of the best sounding headphones that were under $100. And not only that, I thought they were actually one of the best looking ones as well. They are now releasing their newest product called the Between Pro. And they sent me one to try out. Other than my phone, the most used piece of tech that I own are my Airpods Pros. And having used these AirPods extensively for over 2 years now, they are 100% my favorite earbuds for the following reasons: good sound, reliable connection, ease of use, noise cancellation, and comfort/design. You see, Apple has done these things well enough on the AirPods Pros that although they are not a perfect product, they serve as the perfect solution for my needs. The biggest barrier to most consumers is going to be the price. Now, why am I talking about the AirPods Pro in this video? Because sound is completely subjective, I want to give you an idea of what these Between Pros are like compared to my all-time favorite. The Between Pro boasts of being the world's first triple driver true wireless earbuds. Since I'm not an overly technical guy, nor am I an audiophile, just think of drivers as little speakers in your ear. The Between Pros have two armature drivers for the higher frequency and one dynamic driver for the lows or the bass. This theoretically should give you good sound clarity with the bass to match, something that most affordable earbuds lack. They have a water resistance rating of IPX5 and can play continuously for 12 hours before needing to charge. The charging case can hold up to an additional 36 hours of music playback. Let's talk about the sound between the Betweens and the AirPods. The former definitely has a lot more bass going on, which sounds great for my workout music. Vocals are clear and sound isn't distorted even at high volumes. Speaking of volume, I think they can get about 20% louder than my AirPods Pro. Sound separation is good, but sometimes I feel that the bass can be a bit overwhelming depending on what you listen to. It's a bit disappointing that just like the AirPods, there's no way to adjust the EQ with an accompanying app, but sound quality overall is definitely good, and depending on your personal taste, one could say that they're better than the AirPods Pro. I think the AirPods are a little bit more neutral when it comes to sound, so that it's a little bit friendlier with just about any type of music. With the Between Pro, it's a little bit more flattering to certain types. Connection-wise, the Betweens have been very reliable in the last week that I've been using them, and they connect just about as quick as my AirPods. However, the music will keep playing even if you take one earbud out. As a matter of fact, the only time they actually stop is when you place them back in the charging case. The Betweens have physical buttons to control your music or answer calls. I found them to be a bit challenging at first as the buttons are very small and can take a bit of getting used to. In comparison, the AirPods Pro are much easier to control by way of squeezing the stems. Placement of the Betweens can be a little weird at first as they sit deeper in my ear canal, but once you find what's comfortable, they don't ever feel like they'll fall off. The Betweens do not have active noise cancellation, but they have great passive sound isolation. Since the earbuds go a bit deeper, they create a great seal. I would even argue that noise cancellation isn't even needed with this product, and they come with various tip sizes and shapes so you can find the one that fits you best. The Betweens also have 4 microphones that Status Audio says ensures stellar wireless call quality. Let's test that out. Right now you're hearing me speak using the AirPods Pros as my microphone. Now I called my brother to ask him how the sound quality is, and he said it sounded okay. And so now you're hearing me speak through the Status Audio Between Pro, and my brother says that this sounds slightly better. My biggest issue with this is that because of the tight seal, I can barely hear myself speak. Unlike when I'm using the AirPods Pros, I can just toggle the sound transparency on and off, and it gives me a more natural experience when I'm speaking. So yeah, I'll let you be the judge of that. Again, because the betweens go a bit deeper, they tend to be less comfortable for me after a few hours of use. I definitely feel a slight ache in my ear canal after working out, but they also seem to stay in my ear more securely than my AirPods. The earbuds have a flat and modern design, and although they are only slightly bigger than the AirPods, they are more noticeable. I do think they look good as earbuds, they just look a little bit more awkward when they're sticking out of my tiny ears. And while on the subject of design, one thing that I thought worth mentioning is that I find taking the Between Pro out of the case to be mildly frustrating. They are quite difficult to grab because of how deep they sit inside the case, and the magnets are actually quite strong. Taking all of those things into account, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a home run for the Between Pros compared to my favorite earbuds. That is, until you realize that they are much cheaper. The Airpods Pro retail for $250, while the Between Pros are priced at $169, but if you pre-order now with a shipping date of September 8, 2021, you can get them for $20 less than the retail price. That price difference is very significant considering what you get in terms of sound quality and overall performance. While the AirPods Pro have certain advantages, it's very hard not to recommend the Between Pro as an alternative. Just like my experience with their previous products, I feel like I'm getting more for less, and that's definitely a good thing. Thanks again to Status Audio for sending me out this tester. Although they did provide me with a free product, they didn't pay me to say any of these things that are on the video. Everything that I've shared are based out of my own personal experience. And if you want to learn more about the company and the products, or if you want to pre-order the Between Pro, check the link in the description box below. I just want to say thank you again for watching this video and for supporting the channel. But if you really want to support me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys again next time.